100% cure for infections caused by methicillin-resistant staphylococcus aureus, commonly known as MRSA, and other infections caused by flesh-eating and mutated bacteria. Dear friends, my name is Ifran Jahangir and I live in Pakistan. In the year 2012, while I was traveling to Federal Capital and driving my own car on motorway, which is like expressway, I fell asleep and my car had a terrible accident in which my car was completely smashed into trees and my left knee was badly injured. I was rushed to a nearby hospital where doctors performed a surgical procedure on my injured knee. Unfortunately, the titanium plate that they inserted during the surgical procedure, probably to fix broken bones of my left leg, was already infected with some bacteria, as I subsequently learned that it had been removed from another patient with bacterial infections, and this unethical act caused infection to my injured leg. Consequently, 3 more surgical procedures had to be performed to remove infections from my injured knee and leg, and for this purpose I had to remain admitted in hospital for almost a year. After the last procedure, I got infected with a mutated bacterium which doctors subsequently diagnosed as methicillin-resistant staphylococcus aureus, MRSA, infection. This infection is said to be caused by a type of staph bacteria that becomes resistant to many of the antibiotics used to treat ordinary bacterial infections. One of the main features of this infection was that on the right side of my knee an artery was ruptured and it started bleeding. Over the next 2 months so much blood was lost that my hemoglobin level fell to 7.5 as against normal value of 13.8 to 17.2 grams per deciliter, G/dl, or 138 to 172 grams per liter, G/L. I was given every possible antibiotic medicine but to no avail. So much so that even 1.8 gram dosage 3 times a day of sodium fusidate had totally no effect on my infection. Due to continuous blood loss I lost normal eyesight and viewing and even could barely go to washroom in one go and had to stop many a times to let blood flow get normal. The doctors then decided to perform another procedure on my injured leg, and it looked like they were discussing the possibility of amputation of injured leg. Luckily, my son Hussein, who is always searching on net, got a hint for cure of MRSA Boil on net and told me about it. I read the material available on net and decided to try this treatment, which involved eating and local application of small quantities of garlic along with a special honey that comes from New Zealand and is named as Manuka honey. My son searched for sellers of honey in Pakistan and was able to obtain 1 bottle of Manuka honey that was labeled as of 10% intensity from a local store in my city who are known for selling imported food and health beneficial items. After purchasing Manuka honey, we started this treatment in which a tablespoon of crushed garlic was applied to the boil by rubbing it over there, and after 10 to 15 minutes the boil was cleaned with lukewarm water in which crushed garlic of about 2 tablespoons had been added. Then the boil was allowed to dry out, and thereafter, Manuka honey was topically applied on the boil, about a teaspoonful. This treatment was applied 3 times a day. You would not believe, but in about a week's time the infection was cured rapidly by about 80%. At that juncture, I went to visit my surgeon doctor and on examination of the infection looked completely surprised. Just to tell you that he was no ordinary doctor, as he was head of the orthopedic department in Mayo Hospital and also the head of Medical and Dental Council of Pakistan. With surprise he asked me as to what treatment did I take. When I told him about it, he advised me to continue with the same. On his advice, I continued, and in another 7 days, the MRSA boil on my left knee was completely cured, although a small pit on the infected place reminds me of what had happened to me. Thereafter, my doctor examined me and decided to apply this treatment on many other patients who had caught similar and complicated bacterial infections. I learned from him that all of them were cured, many of which had horrible infections. From what I experienced, I suggest that all those people who are suffering from bacterial infections and in particular from mutated bacteria like MRSA Boil must try this treatment. I am 100% confident that they will get miraculous results. Must try this, as it costs almost nothing as compared to high treatment costs in hospitals. I highly recommend this treatment. It's cost-effective and completely harmless. Viewers in Europe, USA, and several other countries where Amazon is allowed to operate, Manuka honey may be purchased online. Alternatively, viewers can search the web for suppliers of Manuka honey to buy this, whereas raw garlic is easily available on stores that sell fruits and vegetables. Total estimated cost of this treatment is around $50 to $70, which is less than what doctors charge for a single visit to them. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and if convenient, please share it so that other people may get to know this easy treatment.